It's that they're conditioned to believe that. There
Oh
are
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot
It's
of
all conditioning.
hallmarks. There are a
Well,
lot of hallmarks that are presented from when they're very young all the way into their 20s and beyond that. They're conditioned to believe that we have this infinite amount of time. Like that,
Yep.
if we're doing something, it automatically disappears and we're rushing to their front door. It's just
Yeah.
not the truth. And it's the and sort of when they get out here and they realize that it's like, oh, he don't have no time. He's never around. Oh, he must not be interested. No, it's like he's putting himself in the position that he needs to be, like we stated earlier at the beginning of the show,
I
you
don't care.
know, where
Yeah,
he
man.
has to be. But unfortunately, they don't see that hindsight. You know what I'm saying? And sort
Yes.
of it kind of become it almost becomes this sort of known statement where women don't care, you know what I'm saying, how you do it. They just care that it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They don't care about the process.
They
They
don't
don't give
care
a fuck about
about
the
the
process.
process. They care
They
about the
don't give a
finished
fuck.
product.
Women. I'm. The women. They see them. They don't ask, how do you make the money? They don't ask where it comes from. They don't want. They don't even want to look at the balance sheet. They just want to know that it can be purchased. It's crazy, and a lot of these women, especially the ones that's pretty, they seem to think women have this "not me" attitude when it comes to being. It's like I feel that women need to settle. I particularly, yeah, you better settle because I know that you all think that you qualify for something that you don't, but you all also have this "not me" attitude, and you think you think you are going to end up differently than the women that I've known for 20 years because they was finer than you. In our version of fine in 1995, she was better than you are today. And she a mess now, but somehow you think you're not going to end up like her in the future, and that's not how that works. But that's what women are conditioned. So it's really wild. But I did want to let you brothers know that list don't matter to the guy that she wants at first. But over time, let her and him get together and see how that list starts to fucking suddenly show up after he didn't got comfortable and he didn't cuffed her and he didn't locked her down. He may have married her, he may have put a baby in it and all of that. And then suddenly that list rears its ugly head. And if he's missing some of those items on that list, even though she wanted his ass real bad at first, she's going to find a way to get rid of him because he's not doing certain things on that list that didn't even matter when they first met.
All right. Go ahead, Rashawn Ali.
Man, I mean, how do you go behind what was just said? I mean, yeah, you already know what it is when they really like, as Shannon said, that list don't to the ones that they like in the beginning, you know, that list doesn't matter. But when it's a saying that they say when love is thick, faults are thin, and but when love is thin, faults are thick, right? So then now in the beginning, that beginning stage is lit. But then when that love you start becoming things start becoming jaded to you, then you like, you start bringing up the things that they start bringing up the things that they didn't, quote unquote, that they didn't like. And sometimes I wouldn't even say that they have a huge problem with something, but it's self-sabotaging. Like everybody likes to put themselves in a victim's position of why something is not working out. Because I try to make it work, but I really didn't like it, and he got this problem, and then there's also a whole bunch of different things, that list, that's, as Shannon said, that list started rearing in towards the end. So I definitely agree with this wholeheartedly. And and that's the problem in general. People do focus on the wrong things instead of the things that actually really matters the most. At the end of the day, like you gotta focus on the things that really matters in life. Like she said, because the shoes didn't match the belt. Like, come on now, she's the problem. Somebody that's doing that, you judging the man off that, and that's why you don't like him, and you wasn't really feeling him. And you know what? Some things are all right. Ladies, if you just want to be with the man that you feel as though that you can go get, go ahead. But like Shannon said, you know, you look at the long term of things. Those women like that doesn't seem to be happy. You go look at them today. They've been wishing that they made different moves. They've been wishing that they settled for things that, you know, as Shannon say, he think that women should settle. I think people should settle on the best part. Stop focusing on the poor part. Focus on the best part of things that actually really matter. So that's just my take on that.
Let me ask you guys a question, because Shannon had brought this part about settling, and so did you, Ali. Okay, I got into a debate the other day. Do you guys feel that men should date down and women should always date up?
No.
Yes.
I don't agree.
Absolutely.
Dating.
Yes.
When you say dating down, what do you
That's
mean?
what we particularly do. We
What do you mean
particularly do that. We tend to do that. You know, when women are always trying to date up because they're naturally hypergamous. Period. They want to find someone that has resources. They want somebody that has leverage. They want someone that has the things that can provide the type of life they want to live. And with men, you know, we want somebody to look good next to us, someone that gives us the sexual access that we want. We want somebody that's competent. You know, I just think, I don't know if it's necessarily dating down. I think we're just men and women. We're just judged off a different rubric. That's what it comes to.
What do you mean when you say, and the reason why I say I don't subscribe to that is because I never met a woman that I wasn't qualified for. I don't know what that looks like. I just don't know what that. I just don't. With all due respect.
Really?
Okay, so
what do you mean about men dating down?
let me try and answer the question. I think that my answer might have the response in it that can make a little more sense.
Go ahead.
So I 100% think that that's valid for this simple reason. I think the way men experience love comes in the way of respect and admiration, and the way women experience love comes in the form of like care and like empathy, and like it's a form of fragility, but it's not really fragile. It's like you really showing a lot of what would be the best word? Intimacy, right? So it's like emotional intimacy, sexual intimacy, but it's an intimate way that you experience it from, and it comes in that form of self-sacrifice from men though. So in a relationship where she looks up to you, it's easier for you to respect somebody you look up to and value. It's easier for you to follow the lead of somebody that you feel would be like your superior, like a better person than you. What you tend to see is when you flip that dynamic and a woman is in a position where she looks down on the man, that usually ends in her being extremely disrespectful, which results in the man not feeling like he's loved. And because of that, those relationships, either she gets frustrated because he's not the type of man she wants, or he finally has enough of being treated in a way that's not how a man feels love, and that relationship breaks up.
I get that part, but I'm asking you, my question is this, and I agree with that regarding the woman dynamic. It's in my pin on my Instagram that a woman should always be looking up. But my question to you is, what does it look like that a man is dating up? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Like Nicki Minaj and her husband. That might be an example of her dating up.
Qualified for me. Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Again, like I believe we're judged differently, Ali. I don't think men are less necessarily just dating up.
But that's my point.
You know what I'm saying? Just the idea of it just doesn't really sit well.
It might not fit for men like us, right? But there are subgroups of men who place themselves. I was on the panel the other day with we interviewed this thing about betas and alphas on Jubilee, right? Or we reviewed the video, and those men said that they prefer for their woman to either be their equal partner or to let her lead them at a lot of times, right? In those situations, that woman would be dating down. He is following her lead, and by him doing that, it's certain type of women who can deal with that type of relationship. I don't think it's most. I think they're outliers. And I think those type of relationships usually last. In fact, I think it happens more when women talk about they settled. They 9 times out of 10 in their mind feel that they're dating down. That's like a real implication.
Kind of going back to the
Ali,
video.
So real quick, when to put this in a nutshell, it's one word: socioeconomic.
That's what
that's
what they referring to.
Yeah, when in the dating and mating spaces, when we talk about dating up or dating down, date on your level, are you average? Are you above average? You below average? It's strictly socioeconomic. And what socioeconomic is, for those that don't know, it's income, education, employment, and social status. What is your level of income? What is your level of education? You know, college, whatnot, degrees. Where are you currently working? What's your current level of employment? Are you employable? And do you have a glass ceiling? Are you a cashier at Target and that's the best you're gonna be? You know, and then of course social status. How are you in the community? Do people even like you and shit? Do you even know anybody? Does anybody follow you? Do you have anything worth saying that somebody even listens to? So socioeconomic is what the definition of what you're looking for, Ali.
Okay, so